Commas mark boundaries and guide your readers through your sentences. They are miniature organizers of your ideas within a sentence. One way commas organize your ideas within a sentence is to direct readers to the most important ideas. One way commas do this is by separating subordinate clauses from independent clauses. Let's look at this sentence, for example. My sweaters, regardless of their material, are never folded. We can remove regardless of their material, the subordinate phrase, from this sentence, and the sentence still makes sense. It reads, my sweaters are never folded. The subordinate clause, regardless of their material, adds meaning to the sentence. So while we could say my sweaters are never folded, once I add that subordinate clause, regardless of their material, you know that really, my sweaters are never folded, even that handmade sweater my friend gave me for Christmas. Okay, so let's complicate this a little. We have the independent phrase, my sweaters are folded, and the dependent subordinate clause, regardless of their material. When regardless of their material falls within the independent clause, my sweaters are never folded, it is set apart by commas like we just discussed. When you're proofreading your academic writing and you think you might have a subordinate clause embedded within a sentence, pull that clause out and reread the sentence. If the sentence makes sense when you reread it, then the clause that was embedded within it probably needs to be set apart with commas. We also use a comma when the dependent clause precedes the independent clause. So we'd write, regardless of their material, comma, my sweaters are never folded. Where this gets a little tricky is when you put the phrase, regardless of their material, at the end. In general, the rule is that when a dependent clause comes at the end of a sentence, you do not need a comma. This is because it's already at the end of the sentence, and so your reader knows that it's less important than the independent clause, which in this case is, my sweaters are never folded. However, especially with the phrase regardless of beginning our dependent clause, a lot of people would say that you do need a comma. So, the question you must ask yourself as an author is, how do you want to use commas to guide your reader through the sentence, my sweaters are never folded regardless of their material?